It's Mikey, Piff. You know, maybe I'm being overly formal. Whenever the guys from 5 Seconds of Summer come around, it's probably the most casual you'll ever see us. But today, we have Luke. What's up, brother?
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
You're here today because you got another solo thing going.
Yep, I caught the bug.
I mean, listen, it's fun to, work your creativity. How do you know what's a Luke song versus, like, what's a Five Sauce song?
How do I know which one's which? I think when I'm making stuff for me, it's a very specific feeling to me of like the emotion I'm trying to get across, or whatever that, like, it feel like it has this ache to it in my stuff. That's, I don't know.
I get that for sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit melancholy, but I don't know. I can just tell. It's like different stories and different.
You can tell in your heart.
I honestly can. I'm trying to avoid saying that, but that's how I feel.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We got to follow our gut and our heart. That's
exactly.
That's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the cat's out of the bag. We've got a new song.
Yep.
Called Shakes.
Yes.
It's the first song from an EP.
Yep.
Called Boy.
Yes.
On April 26th.
Mm-hmm.
What can we expect? Like you said, is it just from the heart?
It's from the heart.
Is it soft boy music?
I think it's like... Well, the first album for me was made in COVID. It was very like existential, and I don't know, me trying to work through the last 10 years up to that point in a very, the world was in such crazy circumstances. So I think the next EP like encapsulates that same feeling, but in a different way of, instead of being stuck at home, it still has that lonely, isolated feel to it, but it was written in pieces on the road, like a little bit in a hotel room, a bit on a plane. So it kind of has this, I was watching like a lot of those like Lost in Translation movies where it's, I don't know, that feeling of everything is in transit.
That's funny because when I listened to some of the songs, it gave me like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind vibes.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of those movies where it's like they're not like totally depressing, but they're not a happy movie. They're somewhere in the middle. And if you're like feeling in your feels, then it depends how, however you meet the movie.
And then at the end, like you have that like kind of little bit of catharsis of what you're learning.
Totally, yeah. So
you made the last Five Sauce album in
Joshua Tree,
right?
Yeah.
Where did you make this one?
I made it in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why we're here,
Shoot.
Yeah, we wrote a bunch of it here. Me and Sammy, the guy from the first album. I mean, for me, I've always been fascinated with New York. It's you live here. It's like a crazy place. If you're going to go to a place that's like everything's in motion, but you feel alone at the same time, then this is kind of the place, at least for me anyway.
So if there was a lyric or a symbol or something that you think signifies this album other than New York, like what would you think it would be?
There's one in Shakes. It's like the city tends to move on all the same, where it's just like life's going to keep moving with or without you, I suppose. So it's funny because the whole first album is very, very personal, very like however I see the world. And I was trying to like write from other people's perspective. I was doing like the pitch vocal thing to kind of make it feel, I don't know, a bit otherworldly. And the way I write stuff from my own music, which is kind of chaotic and quite frustrating, was I'll like write a piece. Like I wrote the chorus for Shakes in New York and then couldn't figure out the verses for the next year. So by the time I'm writing the verses or something, they're like, you have so much life under your belt and you're almost writing from a different perspective than you were. So it kind of becomes like this, like, and a lot of the songs are like that, where there's different pieces from different moments in time. So it becomes like this, I don't know, mashup of feelings and emotions, like you're writing to each other. But for me, it just kind of puts me in like a desperate emotional state of like lonely in a hotel room wanting to go home sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and introduce it for everybody.
Oh yeah, this is Shakes on Hits 1.
Hits 1 on SiriusXM. It's Mikey, Piff. Luke's got to go, but real quick, we're going to ask some rapid fire questions because I'm sure everyone's wondering how you are because it's been a while since you've been on tour. You guys are on a break right now.
I'm aloof.
Running around. How's married life?
It's good. Married life's great.
Are there certain things, do you like doing laundry? Like you like divvy up the chores? Like
yeah, I guess we divvy up the chores. We got a nice organized household. Sierra is definitely more organized than I am.
I have been privy to listening to the EP, and I do have to ask. There's a female vocal on one of the songs.
Yeah.
Is it her?
Yeah, definitely.
There's a song. Can I say the name of the song?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get in trouble? Is anyone looking at me? I'm gonna say the name of the song.
You're so respectful.
I am. Listen. Actually, do you know that it's actually in April? It's going to be 10 years since the first time you went to America, and this is the first place you visited.
No way.
10 years in April.
Damn.
I went and
Did
looked
I have
at
the emo fringe?
Oh, well, you had the blonde,
floppy
and the cutoff t-shirts
was
and
it up,
stuff.
Was it upright?
Yeah, it was up.
Oh, no. Okay, let's not flash to a photo of that.
We'll never do that.
The lip ring, yeah. I've read the lip ring as well.
That's true. The song is called "Close Enough to Feel You."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spoil it, and it's really good. And the
Thanks.
harmonies that you and Sierra have are so sweet, and it's probably my favorite song on the EP.
Nice.
If not one of the other one is. I'm not gonna spoil all the song names. Did she inspire the album, or just that one song, or?
I mean, she's across everything. I think a lot of my solo stuff is very, existential in how I see the world, and like I said, it's very the surrealism of real life. But all the lyrics are it's how I interact with the world, like a window into how I see things, which is not always amazing, but it's in relation to my relationship and a lot of the time.
So when people listen to this album, they're gonna get a real view as to who Luke Hemmings is.
That's how it should be. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. But she's in everything.
Okay. And last but not least, what's it like being an uncle? By proxy, Uncle Luke, right?
It's good. I like it.
You done any babysitting yet, or any helping with the diapers? Or
No, I haven't. No, I'll be there for the fun stuff. Yeah, that's the uncle duties.
You're there
I'll
for
come
the
in.
spoiling stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, it's good. I feel like I'm stepping into my uncle role pretty well. It's pretty cruisy so far.
You're all in your uncle era at this point.
Yeah, I'm in my uncle era, and it's feeling good.
It's good practice for if you ever plan on having one later, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you see how it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now you have somebody to ask for advice too.
Yes, I do.
That works out, right?
He's a good advice giver.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're so excited. Thank you for coming in and updating us on how you've been, for sharing the song Shakes. But the EP Boy is out on April 26th. You might go out and do some shows, as one does, potentially.
As one does.
Maybe. I can't say it, or else somebody's going to give me like a wedgie or something. It's like somebody under the table right now ready to just like hit me right there. Maybe go out and do some shows.
Potentially.
That's my advice.
That's your advice?
Yeah, I would tell you to go do it.
Okay.
Okay. You think you will?
I might take your advice, yeah.
All right. Follow him on social media. He'll tell you when that's going to happen. All right. Luke Hemmings. Thank you, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you.